Hello everyone, once again welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to take you through Microsoft Excel. In particular, I want to teach you how you can create a report on Microsoft Excel. Here we go. You open your Excel, you select a blank workbook. Here immediately we begin. You enter the names of the students or the pupils. In this case, my first student is Odong. When you want to move from the first to the next, you can click on the page down arrow from your keyboard. The next student I have is Namu Zale. The next one I have is Achibu. The next one I have is Lakisa. The other one I have is Bumulia. So we are going to enter the subjects that the pupils or students have done. For my case, I'm going to use an example of a primary. So the subjects we have mathematics, we have English, we have science, lastly we have SST. We have to grade this per subject. We have to grade the students per subject to see how many as Lakisa, what grade does Lakisa lie in English, what grade does Achibu and the rest have according to the different subjects that they have done. After getting their grade, we shall have to find the total of what each student has scored, like in all the subjects. After total, we have to find the average. After average, we have to look at their positions in class. Which student is number 1, who is number 2, number 3, all that. There we shall have to give them comments. So we enter the marks that each student has got. English, we enter for science, then lastly SST. So to begin with, total. When you want to get the total, the formula is equals to sum, you open bracket. When you're opening bracket, you click shift and 9, where you see that sign of the opening bracket. At the same time, I can repeat shift and 9. That is it. Then we shall put B2, comma, that is for mathematics, English D2, comma, F2, comma, lastly H2. Then we close our bracket, we click enter. There immediately the summation of Odong's performance shows up. So for time conscious, to make sure you have this for all the pupils, Namuzala, Chibulakis, and Bumeya, you just come to the right corner of your column. When it is now showing that plus sign, you click on your mouse, you left click your mouse, then you drag up to where you want that summation to end. There immediately everything appears. Next thing we want to find is average. The method for finding average is equal sign average itself. You write equal sign average equal sign average, open bracket, B2, comma, D2, comma, F2, comma, then lastly H2. Then you close your bracket, then you click enter. There everything appears. So like I told you, you did for total, that's the same thing you're going to do for average. Next thing we want to find out is position. Position is the same as rank. So you're going to click equal sign rank, open bracket B2, comma, a dollar sign. A dollar sign, you click shift and 4. That sign is what we call a dollar sign. After a dollar sign, you click B again, dollar sign again, 2, full colon. Full colon is shift and then that sign on the keyboard where a full colon is appearing. After a dollar sign again, B, dollar sign again, we shall put 6. As we know, we want to find the position of these pupils. Position is not based on the subjects the person has done. So you're going to find position of all these pupils according to the subjects they have done. For instance, the reason why we have here B2 and at the end we are having B6 is this. Here we are starting from B2. Here B and 2. The first student is appearing on 2. The last student is appearing on 6. That's why we have B2 to B6. After that, we close our bracket, then we press enter. So to save time, to make the same, not to repeat the same method, we clicked here. Again, we come here and we start with our equal sign, rank, open bracket, B2, comma, dollar sign, all these things. You just come here to the right corner of that column. When a plus is appearing, you click and then you drag. So there we get our position in which our first pupil is Vumilia, the second pupil is Achibu, the third is Odong, fourth we have Lakisa, then the fifth student in class is Namuzale. I want to show you how you can get grades. So this is the method you use when you're getting grade. Click equal sign, if. This is a if function method. So you put equal sign, if, open bracket, like I told you before, shift and 9 at the same time, open bracket, B2 is greater than or equals to. Greater than is shift and that sign greater than. Greater than or equals to. After putting the greater than sign, you put equals to 90, comma, quotation, D1. Quotation again. This is actually a very long method, and that is how you're supposed to do it. If you skip out anything, your answer won't come out. So you have to be very keen when you're finding out grade of pupils, students, or anything. So in other words, this means if B2 is greater than or equals to 90, that student has got a distinction 1 in that subject. So we continue, you put a comma. Again, if you open bracket, B2 greater than or equals to 80, comma, colon, quotation, D2. Meaning if the person has got greater than or equals to 80, the person has a D2, comma, if again, open bracket, B2 greater than or equals to 70, comma, quotation, credit 3, quotation again, comma, if, open bracket, B2 is greater than or equals to 65, comma, quotation, credit 4, quotation, comma again, if, open bracket, B2 is greater than or equals to 60, comma, quotation, credit 5, quotation, comma, if again, open bracket, B2 is greater than or equals to 55, comma, quotation, credit 6, quotation, comma, if again, open bracket, B2 is greater than or equals to 50, comma, pass 7, comma, quotation, I had skipped out that, pass 7, quotation, comma, if again, open bracket, B2 is greater than or equals to 40, comma, quotation, pass 8, quotation, comma, if again, open bracket, B2 is less than 30. Here we shall have less than, less than or equals to 30, comma, quotation, F9, quotation. Then the closing brackets, you count how many ifs have you used in this formula. So you start counting 1, 2, you start counting the ifs you've used. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the closing brackets, you're going to put 9 closing brackets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you click enter. Remember I told you earlier on, when you've skipped or not written any method correct, it won't bring you the right answer. So because we did our formula correctly, mathematics Odong has 64, which is graded to be credit 5. So like I told you earlier on, to save time, you come to the right corner of that column, you left click your mouse, then you drag and you hang on. There you will get the grade for all the pupils according to what they have got in that very subject. That same method we did to find grade in mathematics will apply to grade in English, in science, and in SST. Lastly, I want to show you how you can get comments. The formula for getting out comments is not all that far from that of grade. When you get to comments, you will click equals to. If it is still an if function as well, so it is equals to if, open bracket, K2. Why are we using K2? To give comments on a student, you're going to find the average score of that student in all the marks. So it's going to be K2 greater than or equals to 80, comma, like for instance, I have chosen if someone has gotten 80 and above, the person should be given a comment of excellent, comma, if, open bracket, K2 is greater than or equals to 65, I've chosen that pupil to be given the comment very good, comma, if, open bracket, K2 is greater than or equals to 50, comma, the comment should be, comma, quotation, the comment should be good, comma, if again, open bracket, K2 is greater than or equals to 40, comma, bracket, the comment should be fair, quotation, comma, if again, open bracket, K2 is less than or equals to 39, or equals to 39, comma, quotation, failed. So a student who has got 39 and below, that student has failed. Like we did for the previous one when we're doing grade, you're going to count how many ifs have you used so that you can close your ifs at the end of the last if. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are going to have 5 closing brackets. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we click enter. So if we are to check here, no student has actually got the comment excellent, because when you're to check on the average, no student has got 80 and above. We have very good and good. In other words, no student has even performed fairly, neither has anyone failed. So they are all average, like very good and good. I think I've come to the end of what I wanted to show you on creating a report. In other words, this is sheet 1. You can rename it you come and you right click on that sheet and you choose rename. You can put any other title you want to your sheet 1, like you can say this one Max. When you want to have another sheet, you can click on this addition sign where it will show you new sheet. You click on it. There you have your sheet 2. We can get back to sheet 1. Let me quickly show you on how you can draft this, how you can make this student's performance in a graphical presentation. You come to insert, you choose graphs, you look for graphs or charts. Let me say I want to present it in charts. You choose which kind of charts you want. Like you can see there, or graphs. Let me say, or you can even make it into a pie chart. Let me choose this. I want that pie chart. So you want to make a pie chart of the names of the student and their comments. So you click on this, you come to this again and you click. So to start afresh, this is what you do. You highlight this, you highlight names, you highlight the names, no, I don't know what's happening again. You highlight names, then you click Ctrl to hold that. Again, you come and highlight comments. You want to make graphs on names and comments. So you come to your insert, you choose which pie chart, or in other words, let's say you're going to make a graph on names and their total, let me say. So you come, highlight names, you come and you highlight names. Wait a little, I don't know what's happening. You highlight names, you press Ctrl, and then you highlight total. Then you come to insert, you choose which you want to make it in columns or what. So I've chosen to make it columns, and I've chosen a 2D column. So this is how the graph of the students appear. Like when you want to this is how the graphical presentation of students' performance, like their names and their total score. Like we can see Odong scored 269 in the graphical presentation. This is where Odong falls. Our highest student is Wumuli, as we can see from the graph. He has the highest shot. There you can see. So I hope you fully understood from today's presentation. Thank you and please subscribe.